All right. Good morning, good evening, and whoever like joining from wherever. Everyone, hi. Let's start the today's session. TDE live implementation on 19C RAC that includes our CDB and PDB. And today's agenda is going to be the basics understanding of TDE and then the architecture and the configuration of root wallet and create password protection for your wallet and then store your wallet key and then how to implement that wallet key inside your CDB and PDB and how to encrypt the table space in CDB and PDB. And at the end we can cover some of the questions and answers. Right. Already, in my previous session in my YouTube channel, I already explained in detail about TDE, and I'll just cover basics of what exactly mean by TDE. It's a transparent data encryption. What that mean? You are going to encrypt data at your table space level as well as your, table column level. And if somebody tried to read your table, they will not be able to see the data. It will be encrypted in whatever the encryption method you use. It will be like binary formatted, or it will be like alphanumeric, or it kind of encryption. They cannot read it. And if some case, if you encrypt any this TDE at your table space level, and if somebody takes that particular data file, and even though they have a data file, physical data file, and by any mean, by using any tool, they will not be able to read that data what is there inside your data file. That is the advantage of TDE at your table space level or at your table level. If it is at table level, if anybody logs into your database or logs into the application, he will be never able to see data at your table level, if at that column level, if you encrypt at column level. And if it is somebody steal your data file of your database, and somebody take a hard disk of your data file, and they will not be able to decrypt that particular files by any mean, by use of any OS utility or any mean. They will not be able to read it. That is how the encryption works at Oracle. And then the only mean to read your encrypted data is authorized user. You can authorize any user to read that particular encrypted data by giving a grant for that particular user. For example, if you are apps user, and if you give a grant access to read that particular data, he can connect via application and he can easily read a data, a decrypted data of your table or your table space or whatever data encrypted. He will be easily read that because he has the permission to read that. Right. uh, this is used for encrypting your sensitive data, like credit card, mobile number, and bank balance, whatever it is. Like you can use it for any purpose. If you feel it's a sensitive data, you can use TDE is the best option. The encryption is totally transparent to the application. What that mean, end user or application user who has a grant, he will just see as a table, and he will behind the scene, he will not be knowing whether it's encrypted or decrypted, or it is protected. He will just read whatever data is available in the column or in the table space if he has access. If he don't have access, he will not be able to read it. And it is totally transparent to the application or the end user. The TDE was introduced in 10G, prior 10G, 9G also. It was some kind of implementation, but full-fledged enterprise is announced at 10G, and enabling the encryption at column level. And in 11G onwards, enhanced encryption of the table space. Right. Before encrypting, you can use a wallet. Wallet is a must. Without wallet, you cannot enable your TDE. Wallet is one of the prerequisites to enable your TDE. Yeah, again, as I said, you can encrypt TDE. You can enable at your table space level and encrypt a particular column, or you can enable at entire table space level. All the data belongs to that table space is completely encrypted, and you can store that key into your wallet. Or if you have a third party hardware license, you can store that key in third party license. You can store it outside of your wallet. But default wallet comes with your database. Most of the organization will go ahead and store inside wallet, because you no need to pay anything extra for the wallet. And if you go with the hardware licensing outside, you have to pay extra license for that as well. Right. That is just a quick background about TDE. Again, just as I said, it is totally transparent to the application, and it's a real-time encryption. So you're going to encrypt online or you're going to encrypt offline, end user or application, it is totally transparent to that. In general, every method in which data is seamlessly encrypted on write and the decrypt on the read, because whatever data you are storing at table space or table, it is seamlessly without any impact on your production or on your database. You will encrypt it. Whatever data is going inside your table or table space, it is going to be encrypted and written into the disk, and that is not going to impact anything at your database. And whatever you read it from the application or end user, again, it is transparent to that user, and he will not feel any difference in such a way that application will remain unaware of the process. It's totally transparent, as I said. Right, this is small description about the TDE. Any questions so far before I proceed? Because the next section what I'm going is about licensing, and many of you have a doubt on the licensing, how it works, right? Right, if you don't have queries, like I'll just continue. As everyone aware, these are like standard offering, right, from Oracle: standard edition, enterprise edition, and personal edition, SC2, EE, and PE. So these are the edition. Along with that, Exadata edition, some on-premises edition, there's cloud edition there. But I'm talking about the relational database, right? Standard edition, enterprise edition, and personal editions. And licensing part, how it works in TDE. If you want to buy the TDE, you have to go with advanced security option. So best URL is, you can go to Oracle Docs, and you can go with any version. This is a particular URL you can refer. It talks about more about advanced licensing. What this advanced security option, if you buy the licensing of this advanced security option, what it includes your TDE, it includes your data pump export. While taking your export EXPDP, you can encrypt that particular dump file, and while taking RMAN backup, you can encrypt that particular RMAN backup. And the TDE master key storage on your Oracle wallet or external hardware security model, anything you can use here. And data reduction of sensitive data returned to the application, that is full, partial, and regular expression and random expression. These all are like you can use it while retrieving your data at application. These are bundled together in advanced security option. And if you go this particular two most documents, I just took a snapshot of that. Oracle Advanced Security. Just I'll go here. These are the offering, right? As I said, Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition, and on-premise is Exadata Enterprise Edition, and the Personal Edition. So these are the edition. You can just go look at this description, what all it contains. And coming to the Oracle Advanced Security, if you are using Enterprise Edition database, then you need to pay extra cost to get this Oracle Advanced Security. If you are using the P, that is Personal Edition. Personal Edition is nothing but it is a combination of your Standard Edition and Enterprise Edition, all both together. It's a Personal Edition, right? If you are using the Personal Edition is included your Oracle Advanced Security features. You no need to pay any extra cost on that. If you're using Enterprise Edition, you need to pay extra cost. And what that advanced security includes, all this what I just explained, right? TDE, data pump encryption, and RMAN encryption, and then encrypted your database files, and the filtering, smart filtering, right? The pull and parcel and regular expression, all these techniques are encrypted. So this is about the licensing. And if you want more information, you just go through these two documents, right? So any questions so far? I'll just go to the actual topic of implementation in a while, right? Okay. If no questions, just I'll continue. What's new in 18C and 19C, right? In general, what we used to do, the parameter called wallet underscore root to specify the key store path. That was a new parameter is introduced in 18C, or starting from 18C. Okay, there's a question from Surendra. How to find out which version we activated? There's a simple, right? If the moment you log into your SQL prompt, you will get it. what version you are using. I'll show you once I log into the lab. I'll show you. And again, yeah, there's other table also you can query it. I'll show you that. And okay, coming to the topic here, wallet underscore root is a new parameter was introduced. It's starting with 18C, that is mandatory to use your TDE or your wallet configuration. Earlier, prior to 18C, we something called SQLnet.ora. We used to mention, precisely inside that, and then we used to configure our wallet. And there's a one more dynamic parameter introduced, that is TDE underscore configuration, where you need to pass the value for this TDE underscore configuration. That's a precisely our key store path, whether it is a software or hardware. You need to mention it. If it is software, you need to mention the file, and then if it's hardware, and you need to mention that particular hardware, UI or API where you are going to store it, right? And some user defined master keys, bring your own keys. That is again hardware. It comes to the third party licensing if you are using it, or if you're incorporating or integrating your hardware, or a third party encryption method, you can bring your own key. And what is new, multi-tenant environment, right? Key store is united mode or isolated mode. What united mode is, you are using a single key store for your both PDB and CDB. And what is isolated mode is, you are using each encryption key or key store for your PDBs. PDBs, all PDBs has its own key store, and you can have your own key of your PDBs, and CDB you can isolate. And united means single key for both CDB and PDB. And what is new with 19C, and you can encrypt your systems, stocks, undo, and temp, everything you can you know encrypt. And you can, without key store close also, you can encrypt your all the system table space and data files, right? And then easier online conversion for non-OMF data file. I'll cover at the end of the session how this OMF is benefited with use of this TDE. Right, so going next, right, as I said, this was the traditional in prior to 12C and 11G, how we used to do it in SQL not that SQLnet.ora. You used to mention this encryption wallet location or wallet location, you need to give that particular file location, right? This is a static parameter, you used to mention it. Now this is no more needed. Everything you are going to mention it at database level with the help of wallet underscore root parameter. Right, so how this wallet configuration workflow works. You are going to configure your root, that is earlier it was init.ora, sorry, now it is a init.ora. That means precisely you are mentioning it in your SP file or P file. Earlier, prior to 18C or 19C, you are going to mention it within your SQL not.ora, right? And then you are creating a key store, defining a key store in the first step, and then creating a key store wallet. And then open a key store for your PDBs, and one or more PDBs or CDBs, or all PDBs and CDBs. You are going to open that key store, and you're going to create a master keys for PDB or all the PDBs, or including PDBs and CDBs. You're going to create a master key. And then you are going to create auto login. Again, auto login, it is left to you whether you can define or not. If you define auto login, automatically the moment you start your database, automatically your key will be opened. If you don't mention auto login, you have to manually open. Once you start your database, you have to open your keys, and then you have to do encryption at tablespace or whole database or at column level. Like this precisely these 6-7 steps we're going to show it in the next demo. So this is the Word document I just prepared. Step 1, configuration of wallet, and step 2, create a password file, a password protected key store, and then open a key store for CDB and PDB. And the fourth step is create a master key for your CDB, and create a master key for your PDB, and create auto login for your CDB, and then encrypt tablespace online in CDB, and encrypt at your PDB, and isolated mode. All this we are going to see it now. Let's start. I have a 2-node rack here. Let me bring that here. Okay, so this is my node 1. Right, so node 1, I have dev db1 and asm1 running here. I have my node 2 here. I have dev db2 and asm2 here. I have 2-node rack here. And then what we can see here, I'll just connect to my database. Give me a second here. Okay, so any questions so far? Okay, one more question Arun is asking. Can we please increase the font size? Okay, definitely. So I hope it is much better now. Thanks for that. Okay, so I will just check my database status. Right, it's running on both the nodes. I will just echo these two, Oracle base and Oracle SID. Base and SID is set, and I'm going to define my wallet location as Oracle base admin, my SID and the wallet. Right, so this is going to be my the wallet location. And if I go inside that, I don't have anything right now. So I'll just check it on the second node as well. Yep, so already the location is exist. I'll just verify here itself. Right, so I don't have anything here, right? And one of the best method is when you are going with the wallet configuration for your RAC database, it's always better to go in a shared storage. So what I'm doing here, I am doing on a local file system. Once I create a wallet on node 1, I need to manually copy it to the node 2, so that both the nodes, both the instances can make use of my wallet. If I do any changes in a wallet on node 1, again I need to copy the wallet files to the node 2 as well. So that's a manual effort you have to do it if you're not using the shared storage. One of the best recommendation is always use the shared storage when you are dealing with the RAC databases. But for the time being here in the lab, I'm going with the just manually copying it to the other nodes. I'll just connect to my CDB, show PDBs. Sorry for that, show PDBs. Right, so I have one PDB and it is mounted. I'll just open it. Ultra pluggable database, all open, instances equal to all. It means it will open on both the instances. Okay, so I'll just do show PDBs. Yep, it is read write mode now. I'll go to node 2. I'll connect to my CDB. Show PDBs. Right, it opened on both the nodes. We are good at right. So now what I'm going to define, I'm going to define, I'm going to show you those two parameters, right? Whatever I just explained. Show parameter wallet underscore root. It's a new parameter introduced in 18C and it is blank now. And TDE configuration also, I will check it now. Right, so that's also blank. What I'm going to do here, I am going to set my wallet location. Alter system set wallet underscore root. I'm going to set it this particular wallet location, what I showed you here just now, right? This is the directory you need to create, or wherever you want to store your wallet, you just create the directory at OS level and give that particular location here when you are defining your wallet underscore root. Right, it has set now. And then I need to bounce my database because this is a static parameter, it will not reflect. I will do stop database. Any questions so far? Right, let it go down and then this is the node document I prepared. I'm just firing queries from the command from here. I will save this particular document for your practice if needed. So I'll just set this one. I'll stop the database. I'll start it, and then I will verify the parameter. And once the parameter is verified, and the next parameter comes is TD underscore configuration. So TD underscore configuration, I'm just mentioning it as a key store configuration and equal to file. Okay, database is stopped and I'll start it now. remember, like if you are setting your Oracle base and Oracle SID, and if you verify it on the both the nodes, it will be pointing to devdb1 here, and in the node 2 it will be pointing to devdb2, and that is what the directory we created here, right? Devdb2. And in node 1 we have created devdb1. So while defining this particular parameter, you need to make sure you have to use these particular variables. Right, okay, now our database is started. Just to verify it, right? So it's running now, and I'll just connected, show PDBs, and you need to open it. So one of the common interview question, right? The moment you start your CDB, all your PDBs will go by default. It will go to the mount mode. So you have to open your PDBs, but you can set a particular configuration for these PDBs and CDBs, and you can auto start. Startup mode. You have to make it as a open for your PDB. You can do that, but if you don't set that on, default mode is mount mode always. So how you can open it, you have to mention instance equal to all. This particular command is very, very important. If you just do alter pluggable database all open, only the pluggable databases on node 1 will get open. On the other node 2, it will not be open. It will be in mount mode itself. So you have to mention all instances equal to all, so that it will open your PDBs on both the RAC nodes. If I do show PDBs on node 2, yeah, it's a read right here, and node 1 also you can see it has opened now. Yeah, it's a read right. So now I will do show parameter root wallet underscore root. We have set here, right? It is pointing to devdb on node 1, and similarly if you verify it on the node 2, it should be pointing to devdb2. You can see here it is pointing to devdb2. Right, okay, next, you have to set this particular parameter, right? Second parameter, that is TDE configuration. I am using a software, as my key store. You can use a hardware if you have third party licensing. Right, you can see show alter system set TDE configuration. This is a dynamic parameter. You can verify it. Show parameter, right? This is the value, you can set it. You can verify it on the other node as well. Yeah, it has set here. And now the second point, now this is initial configuration as per, as I just showed you on this PPT, whatever we did so far, we have configured your SQLnet and configured those wallet. Now we are going to create a key store. So how you are going to create a key store? These are the commands. So this is a keyword here, administrator key management. It is introduced in starting with the 12C. Earlier it was, there's a Vara PKI and then other OS utilities to create your wallet and key stores. Now starting with 11, like 12C onwards, you have to use this administrator key management and create a key store, and you're going to define same that wallet location and identified by you to give that password, whatever password you feel. Right, next, I'll just do it on node 1. Right, so key store is altered. So how you can verify it? You can go to this particular the wallet location. I'll just exit, or I can just go to host. I'll just go to wallet location. Let me copy it once again. Yeah, you can see, right? e-wallet.ptool, the wallet is created, the key store is created, and you can copy this one to your remote node. And again, if you go and check in node 2, it will not be available. I'll just to verify it here. I'll just exit and LLC. You will not be seeing it because it is not a shared directory, right? Always it's recommended to use the shared directory when you are dealing with the RAC. So I'll just do SCP to my second node. It should be devdb2 here. Right, it is copied now here on the node 2. If I verify it now, you can see it's copied here. And now I will just log into my CDB. I'll just exit. I'll verify that. that particular wallet what we created. You can see, right? The wallet parameter, it's pointing and the status is all closed. Right, this is about step 2, and the step 3 you can open your key store. Now the key store is created and it is closed, and we're going to open it. So show PDBs again, it's already opened, I believe. If it is not opened, your PDBs, you have to open it. Yeah, it is already opened. Now I no need to run this one. I'll directly uh, you know uh, force key store identified by wallet, and container equal to all. This one we already completed, right? So we already identified by welcome one, and then now open key store with your password, whatever password you have set it here, right? Administrator key management, create key store, and identified by this welcome one. And once you want to open that key store, you have to give that particular key. If you give wrong key, it will not open. What I'm doing here, container equal to all. I'm just going to run it on node 1, right? Now I'll just verify the same. You can see all status is all opened for your you just think of this container id. Container id is 1 2 3. 1 is your CDB root and PDB $seed, and 3 is your PDB, right? Where is show PDB? Yeah, show PDB is here. Container id 3 is for belongs to your PDB. So for all PDBs, it got opened my master key, but master key is not set. The wallet is opened but master key is not set, right? So this is what we check now. So now we are going to create a master key for your container database. So before you do any alteration of your wallet, it's better you should take a backup of your wallet first. To take a backup, this is a keyword you have to use always when you are firing any command related to your TDE. That administrator key management is a keyword, you have to use it. And other than that, the rest thing is your activity like set key or open key, or whatever the activity you are going to do it. Set key identified by welcome on with backup. You can give any password here, master key. So I'm just setting it the same password, and now I'm running the same command. You can see your CDB container database is opened, and it has set your master key, and your PDB $seed, it is all set and it has a master key, because container ID 1 and 2 are your default. 2 is your PDB $seed, and that is a default with your PDB, and 1 is your CDB root, that is your container root container. So for those two, it is set now, and whereas in PDB, it is not, master key has not set, because that is whether you are using a unified mode or isolated mode, that will define. If it's a unified mode, you had to set the same key at your PDB level. If it is isolated mode, you can set a different key at your PDB level, right? That is what we are going to discuss now. Unified mode, as I said, unified mode is unified mode is for both your PDB and CDB should have a same key, and isolated mode is where you are having a different key store for your PDBs. So I'm going to connect to my PDB. I'm at node 1 now, so I'll just set my session to PDBs. I'll do show PDBs, right? So I'm at PDB now. So now I'm going to set the same password for my PDB. So if I set the same password, and if I don't define any particular wallet other than my container wallet, so it will use the same wallet key store which created for my container database, and it will store my keys in the same wallet. I'm just going to run alter administrator key management set key identified by welcome one with the backup. It will take a backup and it will set a key. And now I'll just verify it for my PDB. Okay, so I'll just exit and I'll reconnect back to my CDB and I'll verify it here. Okay, I'll run this one now. right? Now you can see, right? Your PDB also has a master key, but where that master key has stored, that master key has stored on the same the CDB wallet, because we have not created any wallet for my PDB. This is unified mode. Using the same your CDB wallet, you are storing your PDB keys, key stores, and all PDBs and CDB have my master keys now. And now create auto login. Auto login means, as I said, like when you are shutting down and starting up your databases, automatically your your keys are get opened. You no need to do it manually. So when you are shutting down your database, you have to close it and you have to shut down your database. When you are opening your database, you have to open your database, and then after that you have to open your keys if you don't set your auto login. And if you set your auto login, automatically everything is taken care at backend. Right? How you do that? Again, the same command: administrator key management, create auto login, key store. From key store, and you have to mention that particular wallet location where you define, and you have to mention you have to give that particular wallet password, right? What password you gave that key store password. So I'm at my CDB now. I'm just giving auto login. Yes. What happens? What changes you see? Go here inside your TDE location, and you can see one more file here. This is .sso. .sso is for your single sign-on, right? Like that is for your auto login. Automatically you shut down your database, it will be your wallet will be, or key store will be closed, and your database will be shut down. And once you start your database, once database is up, automatically keys are get opened if you have your auto login set. If you don't set it, you will not be able to shut down your database. You'll I mean, like without proper wallet key, you will not be able to shut down, or it will not be able to start up. You have to manually pass the key, or you have to manually close your wallet before shutting down your database. That is the manual task you have to do it. And what about these two? Like, I had this P12 file, that is your wallet file, and now I got two backup files. Why two backup files it created here? And if you observe these commands, right, when we fired this one, right, administrator key management set key store open, and then we took a two backups. One is here, administrator key management set key identified by your password with backup. One time you, when you were setting up your key store for your PDB, you took one backup. With backup means it will take existing key store or wallet backup, and then it will create a new one. And then one time when you did for your CDB, where is that? Okay, here it is. When you were doing it for CDB, you took one time backup, and when you were doing it for PDB, you took one more time backup. That is why it got created two backups here. And again, this SSO file will not be available in your second node, because it is not a shared storage, right? So again, you need to copy that file. So I'll just copy both from node 1 to node 2. Oh, sorry, it should be devdb2. I'll just copy again. Any questions so far? Right, both the files are copied here. I'll just verify it. Yeah, my .p12.sso, both the files are copied here. And the next thing is, once you copy it, you can encrypt. I'll just connect to CDB now. In fact, I'm already in CDB. No, okay. I'll connect to CDB. Shows PDBs. Yep, I'm at CDB now. Create. I'll create encryption. I'll just list out what all tablespace I have right now. I have all this default tablespace. I have one user particular tablespace here. If you see this particular column encryption, it is no. All of these are like not encrypted. What I'll do, I'll just encrypt it. Alter tablespace user encryption online. This is a new feature, right? Like you can do online encryption of your existing tablespace without any downtime. And encrypt, if you use a default just encrypt, it leaves AE 256. I don't know. I don't remember those encryption. There are three encryption method is available with Oracle. It leaves the default encryption method. right? It is done. So now you can query it back. You can see your user tablespace is encrypted. And again, now encrypt tablespace online at your PDB level. Just I'll connect to one of my PDB, that is PDB1. Yeah, now I connected to PDB1, show PDBs, right? It is in read write mode. Again, I will query same table spaces. Yeah, all the default system table space and undo users, everything is not encrypted. If you see this third column, and I will again use the same user table space, encrypt, alter table space user, encryption online, encrypt. Again, you can verify it. Right, user table space is encrypted. Right, so this is how you need to encrypt your PDBs and CDBs, whatever the table space. Even system, systox, undo, everything is, encryption is allowed starting with this 19C. And then this is all about your, the unified encryption, right? Like the same master key is used for your CDB and PDB, and same wallet location is wallet store is key store is used for storing your keys. Whatever there in CDB, the same key wallet and same key store is used for your PDB as well. And the other said isolated way is, you can use a separate your key store for your PDBs. So what I will do, I will try to create a wallet location for my PDB. I'll just exit here. Yeah, mkdir, no, Oracle base, admin, Oracle SID, wallet, and PDB1. So I'll just log in here. All right, so yeah, nothing is here. Like I'll create the same thing at my second node as well. PDB PDB1, same name, right? Like PDB name will not get changed. So that is not like instance 1 and 2, like it's same. Yep, I created my PDB2 here, PDB instance 2 here. Yep, nothing is there. So now what I will try to do, I will try to connect to my PDB and then try to create a key store for that particular PDB. So I'll just connect now to my CDB. Oh, it's a PDB1. Okay, now I'm at my PDB. Right, so now I'll try to create a key store for that particular PDB and it will get fail. Right, you can see, right? What is the failure message? It's the future per PDB TDE key store is disabled due to missing capability. It means you cannot set a key store for your PDBs. If you are using your on-premises database or whatever database it is not allowed to set a key store for at your PDB level. If you see this particular MOS document for more for details, what they say is it is allowed only for your cloud environment. If you are a Oracle Cloud OCI subscription, and you can have your the key store for your PDBs. And if it is a non OCI environment, whatever on-premises environment you have, it is not allowed. So whatever the key story you have it your CDB level, the same key story you have to use it at your PDB as well. So you don't have a feasibility to create your key store at your PDB level. So that is what the isolated key store is not supported in your either 19C or 18C or 21C. It is only supported in your on premises or public cloud. Only on OCI it is supported. So that is about the workflow, and then how you can create your TDE configuration for your PDBs and CDBs. Again, I'm gonna test it out. It's better to have a best practice to have a shared location for your key stores on for your wallet. because you no need to copy again and again from, whenever do changes in the in your wallet or key stores, you have to copy it across all your nodes. So that is about the demo. And then the pros and cons before I go ahead. So any questions so far, whatever we have done in the lab or the architecture part? If no questions, I will just cover some of the standard interview questions along with the pros and cons, what we covered so far. Right. So if no questions, I will just if you just see my screen here, what are the benefits and advantages of okay, there's a one question, how to find out which versions we have activated at security level. Give me a second, I'll show you that. The moment you log into your database, you can see the message at your banner, enterprise edition. Okay, and there's other table also, the view I will show you. I'll share you that how you can check it, what all object you have permissions. Okay, there's a one more question, how we can restore wallet if you lost. Yeah, there's a this is a very good question, Krishna, because see, if you lose your wallet, there is no other way you can restore it. You have to rebuild your wallet, and you have to lose your all the data until unless if you have any third party backups, you are regularly taking your wallet location. So I did the research on this, and I knew I have not got even a single document from the Oracle side to restore your wallets. Once you lost, it's lost. There is no way you can restore it. So that is why it's Oracle is came up with a third party. There's advanced feature where you can store your key store into Oracle, on premises. I will cover more details on how you can store your keys and wallet and key stores. But the ideal answer is, once you lose your wallet, once you lose your key stores, there is no way, there is no option you can restore it. There are some tricks and tricks they will do, and they will do OS level restore and all, but that is not going to help out. So once you lose, there is no way you can restore it. For one more question from Ashok. Re-key process. Could you please show the steps? Okay. You mean I did not understand what is re-keys. There is no re-keys here. Once you are going to this particular step, you are going to identify your open with this key store, and you're going to set a master key for that. Okay, if you want to change the password, you can again with backup. With backup, you can set it administrator key management, set key identified by new key and old key, and with backup. You can use again set key with your new key, and with the help of old key. You can use the same command, and you can reset your passwords. And if I take a cold backup with wallet in another server, it will work. Yeah, that is I will explain, Safi. Like in next slide, I'm going to explain about that. Okay, there's one more question. Can we take a multiple backup location for the keys? Can we take a multiple backup location? Multiple backup location means I did not get that. You can store your wallet into multiple location, but at your database level, there's the only one location it will be pointing always. If it is not able to find the key store in that location, as I said, like this is the parameter, right? I will show you once again. This is a parameter, wallet parameter. It will always look this particular location. If it is not able to find out a key store, and then your database will not open. And as for changing the password, do you need to do decrypt the old password? You have to give the new password, and you have to mention the old password as well. Without mentioning the old password, you will not be able to set your new password. Right. So fine. Like let's move ahead. Okay. So again, like one of the best advantages or the pros is the management or handling. What that mean? Like isolated key store makes unplug and plug much easier. What that mean? Like you can easily plug and unplug your PDBs and CDBs wherever you want, because the keys are going to be same at your CDB level. That is isolated. Uh, the isolated keys, like, you can have individual key at your PDBs, and that is only for that particular piece, PDBs. So that will not be used by any other PDBs. So with having a unique key, you can plug and unplug easier, but isolated is supported only in cloud. And new parameter TDE configuration and wallet underscore root. If you set it at your database level, and you no need to worry about your SQL net.vara, so that is deprecated. There's no need to mention anything in that. And these are the, like, just ease of management. And some security wise, some tools don't encrypt by default, right? Data is safe. Any mean, once you encrypt your data at your table space or data at your table level, if somebody you know steal your data file or hard disk where your backups are resides, or where your actual data files are resides, nobody is able to decrypt that particular data files. So if you have a data file, and if you do OS kind of string, and if you do that data file, you will be able to read the content of that particular data file, what is there inside data file of all those. You can see some keywords. And if you have this TDE encrypted, and by any mean you will not be able to read that data, what is there inside your data file. That kind of strong encryption oracle will use at your data file level, at your table space level. How we can encrypt? Okay, one more question: how we can encrypt table space at 11G? Again, 11G, its online mode is not supported. Again, it is online is supported starting with 18C and 19C. You can, whatever existing table space, you can easily do online encryption. Whereas in 19C, you have to create your new table space, and you have to migrate all your objects. You have to create your new table space with encryption, and you have to migrate all the objects. Okay, one more question from Ashok. What is that? How to check? Give me a second, guys. Okay, I'll just close it. Okay. How to check if advanced security option is enabled or not inside the database? How to check advanced security is enabled? Now, again, it is the license part. I'll show you that how you can check it out. You can verify it. Whether whether you are licensed or not. You have to basically, you have to query with other database objects. It will say whether advanced security feature is enabled or not. The column level encryption, or for the column level, I already taken one column level encryption in my YouTube channel. I'll share that link. You can refer it. I detailed explanation, but this is for how you can do, like, whatever I defined it for this particular session. I'll definitely, after this session, I'll share that particular link. You can refer how you can enable at your column level. Right. Again, some of the drawbacks. Again, not available for SC, like standard edition. This is no use, because this advanced security feature is not available. And then additional cost. Again, that's true. Like, if you are going with advanced security option, you have to pay extra cost. And isolated key store is only for cloud, because you cannot have your separate key store for your PDBs. It is supported only in cloud. And this ODA and Exadata versions. Okay, some coming to the last section of this today's session, that is the as usual common interview question, right? Is TDE needs license, right? So for whatever we discuss, of course, you need a TDE with license. You want to use advanced security features. And if you lose a master key or a wallet key, how you can retrieve them? Again, Krishna, for answer for your question, right? So this is one of the common question they will ask. So once you lose your master key or wallet key or your key store or your wallet, it is no way you can retrieve it. So that's why it's always recommended better to have a regular backup of your wallets or your TDE files. And again, as I said, what is the use of your .sso and P12? This is for your auto login, and this is for your wallet, the key store. And if the permissions are got changed, what is the impact? I'll just quickly show you what are the default permissions. Again, I already opened here, I believe. Yeah, you can see here, read and write for Oracle. So if there is no read or there is no write permission for this Oracle, only execute permission is there, what is the impact? So if the permissions are changed, so if the wallet is already opened for your database, there's no impact. Your all the operations until unless your database is up and running, and all the operations, everything will be going fine. There will not be any impact. And when it comes to the the maintenance activity, once you try to shut down your database, you will not be able to shut down your database, because if your Oracle is not able to read or write your wallet, and your database will never go down. You have to kill your database, and you have to kill all your Oracle sessions, and you have to exit, and it will go down. And again, the trickiest part is it will not come back online, because the permissions are not there at your wallet files or keystore files. So always Oracle users should have a read and write permission for your wallet or keystore files. And again, next question is, can I do RMAN backup and restore even TDE is enabled? So this is a common question. So when you enable your TDE, can I do the RMAN backup and restore? And if I do it, do I need the keys or not? Of course, if you enable TDE at your source database or your production database, if you want to do the restore at your lower environment in development or test and UAT, you have to have your wallet keys or wallet files to your lower environment. Without those files, you will not be able to do RMAN restore. In fact, if you do the RMAN restore also, uh, you know, by doing some tricks and tricks, you will be able to do the restore, and you will be able to open your database. But when it comes to the accessing the data of that particular encrypted tablespace or tables, you will be get a lot of Oracle errors at your alert log, and you will see a lot of database issues if you want to play with that. But rather than doing all those tricks and tricks, if you just copy that wallet files from your production to your lower environment, you can easily do a restore, and you easily open your all the encrypted table spaces and the tables. Can I do export and import even TDE enabled? Same applies for your RMAN. Once you do the TDE enabled at your production, and if you want to do import at your lower environment, you should have those wallet keys and key stores. Without that also, again, as I said, by doing some tweaks and tricks, and by opening your database and doing some things, you can open it. But after that, you will see a lot of errors or a lot of performance issues at your database, and there will be always Vora errors at your alert log if you see it. And again, if you try to access the data belongs to that particular encrypted table space or table, you will see a lot of issues that you will not be able to read any data on that. Right. So there are few questions. How TDE encryption works on DR environment? What is the precautions? Yeah. So again, same thing. What I explained so far. When for the restore, if you need wallet, means when you go with your DR setup, of course you need your wallet at DR setup. Same. You have to copy your wallet whenever you change the passwords of your wallet, or whenever master keys, you have to copy your wallet to your DR sites. So that's precautions you have to take care always. How import export will behave when source is there? Again, as I just said, this is a common question they will ask. So these keys are must, and you have to copy it. And what about database vault? Okay, database vault is a different concept, and Oracle label security is a different concept. Again, these are the different components. Again, that needs different concept. Like I can definitely come up with a new topic on Oracle Vault, because Vault is very challenging, I can say, because even if you do database upgrade, sometimes not sometimes, always when you do database upgrade, your Oracle Vault will not get upgrade. Whatever the component belongs to your Oracle Vault, it will not get upgrade. You have to manually upgrade your Oracle Vault component. So this Oracle Vault has huge topic, and then definitely I will cover what exactly Oracle Vault and how it works. And especially when you are upgrading your databases, you have to take care of your Oracle Vaults separately. These components will not get upgrade. So I'll definitely, San, I'll definitely take a new one session on this Oracle Vault. So these are the common questions. Basically, everyone look for when they ask, when they look at TD concepts. So you should be very thorough, and then definitely try it out, this RMAN backup and restores with enabling TDE, and with this exports and import with enabling TDE. So that makes you more confident on that. During a DB upgrade, do you need to disable TDE? No, during DB upgrade, you no need to do anything because Oracle will take care of everything. Because see, I'll tell you how you understood, how you have to understand like this concept, right? See, to take RMAN backup, your database must be up and running, and your database must be open in mode. Then only you can take your RMAN backup. And if you open your database and if you close your your master key, if you close your key store, right, this particular, right, where is that? Okay, I'll show you here. If you close this one, right, auto login, you can, by you assuming auto login is closed, and your your TD, where is the output? I'll show you this. Okay, this one. Okay, open this, your master key is open, and see, if you have this particular status, right, you have enabled your TDE on certain table space and certain tables, and your wallet is closed. And if you try to take a RMAN backup, what happens? If you take RMAN backup when your TDE is closed, when your master key is closed, what happens? Your RMAN backup will fail. And what happens if you try to take a export backup when you have enabled TDE on certain columns or certain tables, and your TDE is in closed status, your key store is in closed status? What happens if you try to take your export backup or RMAN backup? Your backups will fail, right? So to success your backup, RMAN backup or export, you have to make your wallet, your key store open first. Once you open it, and if you take RMAN backup or export backup, and once you try to do import or clone your RMAN, you have to use the same keys. That is the basic concept here. And the same thing, if you want to do your DB upgrade, you cannot do DB upgrade in a closed mode or in a mount mode, right? You have to open your database. Once you open your database and your wallet is closed, and your DB upgrade will fail. In order to success your DB upgrade, you have to open wallet first, and then you have to start your DB upgrade. And otherwise, you have to disable your wallet first. Disable your wallet means you have to close everything, and you have to disable it, and you have to do DB upgrade, and you have to enable your wallet again. That is also one of the method. You can do disable and do DB upgrade and enable. Other than that, you can open your wallet and do the DB upgrade. Automatically that will migrate it to your new version, right? So that's about today's topic. So if any questions, guys, then if no questions, we can conclude today's session. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask here. And definitely this video will be available in my channel, and then you can definitely post questions over there also, as well as in our group. All right, then I will stop the recording if no more questions, and then we can close the session. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. There's one more question. We have TDE enabled in 11.204, and we need to upgrade 19C. Yeah, you can do it. As I said, you can open your key, and then you can directly do the DB upgrade. There's no impact on that. But make sure that your wallet it will be in open mode. Or the best way is you can disable your wallet and do the DB upgrade. Or you have to open your wallet and copy that wallet file to your 19C binaries and start your DB upgrade. Right. Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll conclude today's session, and then if any questions, you feel free to ask in my channel or in our group. Thanks a lot, guys.